How to set up a nutrition plan. What's up, guys? This is John Vickers, owner of Explosive Performance Academy and creator of the 5-Star Formula. And today I want to talk to you about how to set up a nutrition plan for athletes to actually gain weight like they want to. And if you need some help here, you can go ahead and comment formula below so I can give you the 5-Star Formula Scholarship Accelerator Kit completely for free. And I'm going to break down the exact steps necessary to build out an athlete's nutrition plan, step-by-step plan, how to do it, how to make it work, and how to actually get results that are predictable. Okay, this is a predictable result that we can create. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to lay out one of my athletes' nutrition plan directly in front of you. Okay, so let me share my screen first. Gotta go here. Okay. So if you're looking at this, okay, this is my nutrition calculator. Okay, so I have to put in all my information for my athlete. Okay, their age, their height, their current weight, and what their goal weight is. Now, based off from those numbers, I have to create the basal metabolic rate, which I use this calculator right here, this omnicalculator.com, to put this information in. So I put all that information in, and it gives me their basal metabolic rate, which his is 2,033 calories per day. Now, then I have to calculate his training intensity. Okay, he's an in-season athlete. He's a baseball player. He's a football player. He's doing things all the time. Plus, he's training on top of baseball season. So, depending on how active the athlete is, we go from 1.2. We multiply the basal metabolic weight rate by 1.2 to 1.9. Because he's so active, we're calculating it by 1.7. Okay, that's going to give me his total caloric expenditure, his total daily caloric expenditure, okay, which is 3,456 calories per day. So if he wants to maintain his current weight at 184 pounds, he needs to eat almost 3,500 calories a day. But he does not want to maintain his weight. He wants to actually gain weight. He wants to be 200 pounds. Okay, he wants to be 200 pounds. So I have to take this, I have to enter how much he wants to weigh, or how much weight he needs to increase a week, which is 1.25 grams. Okay, that is going to take his daily caloric intake to 4,081 calories per day. Now, you can eat 4,000 calories of carbs and fats with very little protein, and you're going to end up fat. Or you can eat high protein, high carbs with some fats to help the athlete maximize their potential, maximize their recovery. Okay, this is where the fun gets started. So first thing we have to calculate is protein. Okay, how much protein does this athlete need? Well, we want them to eat 1 gram per pound of their goal weight. So he needs to eat 200 grams of protein a day. This is so he will build muscle. This is so he will stay lean. And this is so he will be able to repair the muscle breakdown that he does during his training and work in his practices. Okay, so he needs 200 grams per day, which is only 19.5% of protein. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Because he is so active, he needs higher carbs. But we also need some fats here. He is technically heading into the off season. So his fat intake, we're going to make it a little bit higher, around 33%. Okay, I'm actually going to calculate the protein up to 20%. So we get proteins are 20%, and then fats are 33%. The remaining number of calories go to carbohydrates. So we're going 47 grams of carbohydrates. Now he needs carbohydrates. This seems like a lot. It's 480 grams of carbohydrates, but he's a very active athlete. Your body stores carbohydrates in a form of glycogen. So glycogen is storage inside the muscles to help put on mass, but it's also fuel for the body when the body needs fuel to perform. He needs carbs. So this is important here. Yes, this looks like a low number here when it comes to percentages, but it's actually not because it's still 200 grams of protein. He's got to eat a lot of food to gain weight. And this is what a lot of people don't get. If you're not gaining weight, it's because you're not eating enough food. Okay, so really simple here, just breaking this down. And then we come in here. Hold on. After I get these numbers, right? So we get these numbers, I need 20% of protein, 200 grams of protein. We're going to come over here into his metric tracker. Protein is 200 grams. I already put it there because I already knew what we needed. His carbs are at 479 grams. And then his fats are at 149 grams. And this is going to come up to 4,057 calories. Metric tracker is something we use in the 5-star formula to help our athletes track this stuff on a daily basis to see where they're at and see how their body reacts with what they're eating. Okay, so now we've got the metric tracker here. This is all set up for right now. Now we got to break down our phases, our primer phase, progressive phase, prosper phase, reassess goals. That's the P.R.O.S nutrition method. Okay, so we're going to pull up the calendar and I've already broken some things up. So we have our strength here, which I will actually do a separate video on this to break this down. But down here, he was already eating a pretty good amount of calories. Normally, for an athlete that is not eating enough, we have to go through a primer phase, which is like 4 to 6 weeks of elevating their caloric intake every single day by 3 to 10% to get to maintenance or homeostasis. Once we get to homeostasis, that's when we can start putting on weight. But because he already eats enough, he already eats a pretty good amount, not eating enough, but he eats a pretty good amount, he is able to go right into this weight gain portion. So 147, or I mean, I'm sorry, 479 grams protein or of carbs, and then 149 grams of fats. Okay, so on a weekly basis, this is where he's going to be at. This is what we want him getting in every single day. Okay, and because this is predictable, we're putting numbers here underneath the goal weights. So once he gets to camp season, he'll be 196. He's not going to be at his 200 pounds like he wanted, just because he didn't start it early enough, but he's going to be here. Now, once we get here, we are carb loading. So we're going to get even more carbs. We're going to lower the fats down. We're going to drop the fat intake down. And we're going to raise up the carbs. So we're going to actually raise the carbs to 525 grams. The proteins are going to stay the same at 200 grams. Oh, shoot. Okay, and then the fats are going to drop to 125 grams. Okay. So once we carb load, then he's going to be ready for in season. In season, depending on the athlete, can go up to the end of November. Okay, and then we break this down into certain cycles. Okay, we're skipping completely over our primer phase, and we are putting him directly into the progressive phase. Which in terms of weeks is 11 weeks. And then 2 weeks of preseason. And then we are in season all through here. Okay, and then after that, we go into the postseason. Okay, this is about 3 weeks, just depending on the athlete, how much they need to recover. Okay, so it's really, really simple. Okay, we lay this out so it's predictable results. This is what we get our athletes when it comes to their nutrition. Predictable results. Not everybody can say that because not everybody breaks it down like this. Okay, but if he adheres to this, he is going to get exactly where he wants to be. Okay, he is going to gain some weight here. So we might even up the total calories just a little bit, but he's going to gain some weight. So this is all predictable, and he will probably head in season and be ready to go, and he will be firing on all cylinders. His body will be perfect, and he will be ready to go. Okay, very simple. Okay, very, very simple. Now, this is what we do with part of the 5-star formula. Okay, this is everything is customized. I believe everybody needs customized programming, nutrition, and performance training, strength, speed, power, multi-directional skill, energy system development, core, mobility. It needs to be specific to the athlete, not this crappy cookie cutter stuff that we see all over the place, where somebody just writes a workout up on the board, or you have some random workout that you're going to do. Everything is specific to the athlete and what the athlete needs. It's predictable. It gets predictable results. This is exactly what we do. If you want to learn a little bit more about the 5-star formula, then go ahead and comment formula below. And I am going to get you the 5-star formula scholarship accelerator kit that's going to break down the steps that we take our athletes through. So go ahead and just comment formula below. I'll send that to you, and then we'll go from there. All right. Have a great one, guys.